So all in all, we're offering about an additional 5,000 Rand of value to the consumer who buys into the QLED ecosystem.
Thank you very much. Quite an attractive proposition and spoken like a true marketeer. We had a question in the front here.
As Jay said, it's on sale weekly, so today is officially day one, and you will now be able to go in stores and get the 2018 edition.
And how long would you wait for the Samsung service? If you bought the TV, how long would you have to wait until somebody came and installed it?
It depends on how nice you are to the salesperson. It really is depending on the shop that you purchase it from. It can be either late in the afternoon, following day. So it really is something that's a service offering that we believe is a premium concierge environment, and we would like to satisfy the consumer in that regard. So,
can we please just minimize follow-up questions? I know there was a question at the back there. Yes, sir, please.
Hi, Graham from South Africa. Just one question that wasn't touched on. Your no burn effect and guarantee. How is that accomplished?
Quite a tricky technical question.
I'm going to call. Okay, I'm going to get our technical guy who is busy sitting up next door to give you an answer. But you want that? Can I maybe? Yeah. Okay. One little secret that I'm going to jump to right now, and if you don't mind, I'll come back to that question in a second there. So you might have been wondering what this device was on my right, your left environment, and this is Sung's new toy, and I love playing with it when he's not in the office as well. It's called Samsung Flip, and as you saw, it's a full UHD screen, touch control, that has the ability to function within the boardroom or in home design studios and the like. And should we show them all? Oh, okay. So we were able to take the screen that we were looking at now, run the video, and effectively all we did is took a photograph. It's up here on the screen. We're now able to utilize this icon and say, well, this is Table Mountain. Okay. If I'm sending this through to Korea, if I wanted to, Samsung Flip, as part of our MDE solution, is able to screen mirror directly across to those television sets over there. We can take notes. I can edit the content. So say hello as an idea here, and basically share images, communication between my mobile phone device, my television devices, and share it across the boardroom home environment. As you saw there, what Sun was demonstrating is it can either be in a landscape mode or in a portrait mode. I can save this, and best of all, if I just want to share with what's going on here, let me just pop it back, got my orientation a little bit wrong. I can flip the image around and immediately go back into either full screen mode or close that there. And here's the HDMI feed that we were. So I just took a photograph. Space here. So this is Samsung Flip, and best of all, I can simply take it straight from the screen here, send it to email to myself, to Sung, whoever it might be. So this is a great way for collaborating, for collecting notes, and afterwards you're welcome to come play with it. I think that's the best way to experience it. And best of all, when I write on screen, simply to get rid of it, I just wipe my hand across it like any other whiteboard environment. So this is the sort of the whiteboard, the chalkboard of the future, and yeah, we were just we had a great opportunity just to put it on display here today. Anyway, let's go back to.
We've got Gavin. Gavin, the question was, and please do keep me honest in terms of capturing the question. The question is around the no burn, and how do we, how do you as Samsung guarantee that? Correct?
Okay, so with regards to Samsung, we use quantum dot technology. The lighting technology that we use, there is no after image that remains on the screen. Samsung uses inorganic material, which means we perfect the lighting and we perfect the coloring in the picture. and that doesn't allow any burn on the screen because of that inorganic material. That's a technology that we have fine-tuned and we have perfected.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Sounds simple, but I actually don't know what that means. But we'll trust you, Gavin, we'll trust you. There's a question at the back there. Yes, hi.
Jamie McKay from Broadband. Are all the models available internationally coming to South Africa? Will the curved QLED TVs be available?
Jade, are you going to take that, or Mr. Young?
I can answer. Yeah, so not exactly every single model is coming to South Africa, but we're quite confident with the models that we're bringing in across the range. There's about 9 models that we're bringing in, so we're quite confident that will be sufficient and that will satisfy most of the customers' needs.
And the curved panels?
Curved panels, we're bringing in 1 curved panel on I think it's a 65-inch on the 8 series.
Great.
Yeah, that will be the 1 curved offering. The rest all flat, obviously.
I can go with another one.
Yes, please.
Are all your TVs voice assist? In other words, they
Big
can chat to
time,
them.
voice assist.
Yeah.
So from our NU8 series and up, there is a voice control that you can use through the remote. It actually has a microphone button on it. Press the button, hold it up to your mouth, and you can give voice commands to the TV as long as your TV is connected to the internet, and you'll have certain commands available.
Good.
Any more questions?
She can ask me more. If you have.
Yes, please.
Brendan Lots from HTXT.Africa. How does the single cable work? Could you go into a bit more detail about that? Like, what sort of speed is it capable of? Am I going to run into issues trying to stream Netflix? Like, can you just explain the technicalities of it a little bit?
Okay, so in 2017 we introduced the invisible connection cable, where we had a single optical cable and a power cable. This year we've improved it by actually reducing it to 1 cable. And it is optic fiber, so there's no worry about speed at all. Data would run perfectly being optical. And the power cable is also shielded, so that there is no chance of interference from power to your AV signal. You'll have a look at it inside the...
So, sorry, I just want to be clear. Does that connect to like a sort of hub or something?
Correct. We have a one connect box that houses all your connections, your HDMIs, your satellites, everything that's in that one box. 5-meter cable that you can actually hide away from the TV. Makes a very nice, neat setup.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
I know we spoke about the smallest model. What's the biggest model?
78-inch, Mr. Nutt, am I correct?
The biggest model?
Biggest model of 82 inches?
82-inch, sir. Biggest.
So perhaps I can maybe ask the panelists a question. It's a bit open-ended, not necessarily technologically loaded, but what is the future of TV? I mean, I'm just, as a person moved from the Samsung ecosystem, I'm appreciating how you've managed to pack innovation in this product. And I'm trying to think to myself, geez, how can you outdo this? So really high level, without sharing the pearls and your own intellectual property, what is the future of TV? Where can it go from here?
I think the future of the TV, which we try to share the concept with you, is already there. As I told you, that we can say Internet of Things. So currently, as I told you, if there are someone at your door, we can check from your TV to the smart things. It's not the additional cost at all. That's just a simple smart things. Well, also you need a security camera at the door. So, and the other one is all the voice command, right? As you said. So that's the trend. The phone, we will not use our the touchpad in the future. It's already there. So if I say on the way to home, so or if I leave my office, so I can tell to my phone, for example, hey, so please check what's in my fridge. Right? Do I need to buy milk for my kids, or buy some fruits or some food? That type of thing we can see. And if I want to see in the living room, so on the TV, watching TV, hey, what stuff we have in the fridge, then we can see on the TV as well. So TV, as of now, we are all talking about picture quality and the design. That's the minimum thing. Everyone is following that direction, and the future is more of the Internet of Things. So TV, if we talk TV, hey Samsung smart TV or smart things, actually, that's what we are using. Can I see what's in my fridge, and what appointment do I have? That's all connected with my phone and the contact. So can I see Justin Holmes' contact number type of thing? So that's the one of the future of the TV. Is that answer to your question?
I think you certainly have. Thank you very much, Mr. Dean. Are there any other further questions, comments, observations, praises? Perhaps maybe I can...
Sorry, I have a
Yes.
question. Mr. Yuni is talking about the Internet of Things and how TV is going to evolve into the future. Has there been any security features being enabled in these TVs to ensure that it's quite safe despite the internet connection that connects to it?
Yeah, I think that's a great question. So technology is already there, frankly speaking, but we are holding, not just Samsung, all other brands are holding for commercialization because of security. Like a connected car, we all talking about connected car. Without we touch the wheel, we can go where we want to go. But that's always a risk of the hackers or someone who give a different direction. So the security is the key. So TV, what I told you is the technology is already there. Of course, we can evolve all those technologies. So security, Samsung, we have we call NOx, which is very secure, combined with Android security the program. So I think we can confirm and assure when you have Samsung mobile phone and the Samsung TV and the Samsung appliance, we can guarantee all those securities. But as I told you, we are open to any other brand, like a different brand of the TV or appliance and mobile. But those things still we have to work on. So that's a good question. So because of those security, you know, you heard a couple of accidents from the car, right? With the artificial intelligence type of thing. So that's one of the hurdles. The whole industry is working together. So we are part of that. Did that answer your question?
Yes.
Great. Maybe I could ask either you, Justin, and Elise. You know, when we look at Samsung is not only just a TV, market leader. You guys have other products from a brand proposition, and when we begin to talk, smart, the Internet of Things, connectivity and smart homes. Without maybe not giving too much away, how do you see that from a proposition and a brand positioning perhaps evolving in the future?
So I think it's an important question in the sense that many companies would approach that from a pure product perspective, a device, and what is our device enable you to do. I think what Samsung looks to do is put the customer at the center of that, and then we've built our product proposition around those products. So we've created deep levels of integration between products such as phone and television sets and your refrigerator and the like. But it's seamless. It's going to be connected by the consumer. It's going to be intuitive to the consumer's need, and at the same time give them assurance, as someone was mentioning, deep levels of defense-grade security within the NOx environment. powered through artificial intelligence with our Bixby AI assistant. And we're seeing that this is where it's growing to. So I think what you're going to find, particularly from Samsung, is we're leading the charge into that multi-device experience. Right now, in many cases, what's been proposed has been, great. It's great technology, but how beneficial has it been? And I think what we're talking about is that sometimes the technology has got to be grounded and be, well, how is it practical to my life? How does it enable me right now? And I think that's the perspective that Samsung's coming from. And to say, then we layer it with, all the additionals and the nice to haves and whatever. But right now, how do I just make sure that I'm leaving the office and I command my phone or have a discussion with my phone to say, you know what, get the ambient air temperature in my room to be just perfect for when I walk in. Make sure that the security system in my house is set, okay? And by the way, tell me when the washing machine is going off. I mean, think about this. How often, I know I've had it in my home in the past where, I'm watching a movie and it's like, how long is it until the washing machine cycle is finished before I can go drop something else in there, whatever it might be? You don't have to worry now. It'll alert you on the screen, and we're doing this without having to set up massive servers in your home and hubs and all these kind of things. I always go back to when technology becomes invisible to us, it becomes powerful for us. And I think that's the beauty. It's not massive deployment. It's simple integration in everyday life.
I think that's a fitting note to conclude our Q&A. Thank you, Mr. Yoon.
Yeah, well, let me add a more simple way from my perspective. So, most of you experienced with a smartphone, right? So, still we are trying to learn how to use our smartphone more efficient way. Probably normal people use only less than 20% of the functions we have. But a couple of years ago, when I traveled, I worked in Samsung America 16 years. So I traveled to the very local, the rural area. So the phone, I popped up when I arrived at city. The hotel and the office where I had a meeting with our customer. It showed, hey, son, the distance from here to there is a terrible thing. That's not now, that's actually 3-4 years ago. It's amazing, right? This phone, simply speaking, recognize what I want, right? Give us some recommend. That's a very simple technology, actually. So the answer to what you asked, what's the future of TV? So, and now, our QLED 2018 is your QLED 2018 TV knows what you want to watch, type of thing. Not 100% there yet, but that's the direction. So, we saw many invisible screen, like from Tom Cruise, what's Mission Impossible type of thing. So, that's the future, right? So, screen technology is evolving. But more, what I'm saying is that everyone will follow, but how we can, or Samsung develop those seamless experience for that screen understands me, right? Many of you do the smartphone, like iris scanner type to unlock your phone, and those TVs will recognize your face and your temperature and everything. So recognize what you want to see is the direction, and the same thing, the communication with the refrigerator, or Samsung has a wind-free air conditioning type of thing. So those are all connected, and if they recognize, if I enter to my living room, right? So if I say I'm back home, they recognize my voice and they will turn on the light. That's the future. And some of the demo we can do, and you will see those the MDE, the solutions, a couple of stores in this country coming soon. We are working with a couple of key partners now.
Thank you so much, Mr. Yoon, and I think we are going to conclude the Q&A. So thank you very much, unless You wanted to say something, Dustin?
Simply, thanks very much. Enjoy the breakfast with us. And across the hall is our product experience zones. Please go check out our ambient mode, the invisible one connected cable, and the host of other features that we've offered. Again, thanks for your time today.
Thank you.